What's up guys, it's Klex, and today I'm going to be going over how to clutch more in competitive SnD. So without further ado, as always, let's get started. Aim is a component to clutching, but mastering positioning is what's going to make it so that you can clutch much more. First, we're going to go over how to clutch on offense, then what to do if you're trying to clutch on defense. On offense, to put yourself in a more favorable situation with numbers down, your usual goal to win the round should be to get the bomb down. Because if you don't, and the timer runs out, and at least one of the enemies are alive, obviously you lose the round. Just want to say this to make sure that you all get this. In general, when playing on either side, defense or offense, you obviously want to be aware of what are the most important angles to check when getting to each of the bomb sites. When getting the bomb down, already have a plan of what you're going to do when you do so. When you get the bomb planted and you're the last one alive, get aggressive quickly, but still play smart. Don't just sprint all over the place, and choose your challenges wisely. In a clutch, you're obviously always going to be down in numbers. The odds are going to be stacked against you. So try to challenge the 2, 3, or 4 guys in a way that always favors you, to get the number situation more favorable as fast as possible. Ideally, you would want to be able to challenge these guys one at a time, obviously, and be methodical with who you choose to shoot your shots at. So, if the bomb is planted, you want to play in a way that you are able to peek the bomb and generally be near it and play the clock. Now, onto a defensive clutch. The enemies, if they are smart, are going to play their numbers advantage, so you want to try to focus on getting a challenge on them one at a time. But it's kind of the same thing as offense. You're down in numbers still, so you want to be aggressive and make a play. Don't let them make a play on you, if that makes sense. But be aware that they also would want to get the bomb down, to get you to come to them, because obviously, if they don't plant and you're alive, by the end of the round, they lose. So try to get a good position and a good angle to catch them out. You want to try to make a play to always be in a favorable place, and you're going to decide that play from the info that you have been given. So when trying to get the bomb defused, think of what you would be doing if you put the bomb down in this exact scenario. Like, think of the info you know is given up and where the bomb is planted on the site. If you win this kind of clutch using this method, you just did something in the scene we call reading. Think stuff like, what was the easiest path for them to take after they planted the bomb, and again, all the info that was already given up. Now, some general clutching tips for either side of offense or defense. So in general, when you're trying to clutch, think like, what would be the play you would call if you were in the enemy situation right now? What information has your team given them? Like, for example, let's say 3 of your teammates pushed B all together and you went to A to get a pick for the team, right? And then your plan was to go ahead and rotate to them. The enemy team should obviously be able to pick up on that. So yeah, that's an example. Try to think like the enemy. The next tip I have is to use all of your time, but at the same time, clear every area in good form. Sometimes SnD just comes down to timing, but you can kind of counteract this if you do check every single corner. You check every single thing that you think perhaps the enemy will be at. And as I always say, try to only take advantageous gunfights. Use head glitches and just use things on the map to shield yourself. In a clutch, you're down in numbers. Use everything around you to your advantage. And remember to use tacticals to freely get information. Just throw it at an area that you think someone may be and you'll get intel right away. Either they are there or they're not there. Remember, reps is what makes great pro SnD clutch players like Arcities, for example. So play SnD a lot and league play. But if you really want to test yourself against better players without playing for money, I highly recommend playing on game battles. This way, you will get better and will become more adjusted to these clutching scenarios. So yeah, play league play and game battles a lot. To even further improve your clutching, always try to remember all the intel you were given or saw, and that is obviously gonna all come down to the enemy's location and the more favorable rotations that they could have taken from either of the bomb sites. Now, some mindset tips. I think people do get really nervous in SnD. I've experienced it myself. To calm this down, be confident in yourself, almost overconfident. Obviously, don't have an ego, right? Just in your own head, be like, you know what, I can do this. These kids are shit. I'm gonna go ahead and shit on them. you want to be confident. As I mentioned before, you're going to get aggressive, you're down in numbers, the odds are stacked against you, but always think that you can do it. Even furthermore, focus on the moment only. Nothing else matters but the game at this point, and remember to breathe. And again, putting more hours in SnD will help with this. But yeah guys, that's all the tips I have on how to clutch more in SnD. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. That will help out the channel so much. And also, if you haven't, subscribe for more videos like this. Lastly, if you want to go ahead and meet people looking for teammates, looking for scrims, looking for aids, looking for people to play League play with, link in the description to my Discord. There's a lot of people there and it's pretty active. A lot of people looking for all those things that I just stated. And yeah guys, as always, it's been Clext, and I'm out. Peace.